how we talked the other day when I be advised them, I talk about Nigella. I say that woman has a mental health problem. Now, woman way a decrease, not in a bad way, but now in a medical way. So when they start talking things where they be crazy, una the so-called Ambazonians, so when I go to the entertaining, responding to ye, una the help ye. All we una need for tell you say, Mama, you don't take your medication for today. That's all. That's the only response you need for help the woman. The woman has a mental health problem. Maybe sometimes they can't talk, rant, the kosh period, do all those things them in those WhatsApp groups them. Now maybe a cry for help, or maybe to get an episode or a crisis. So those and the funny thing I said now those kind of people there you can find them saying that executives for Amba terrorists, their WhatsApp groups or their groups like Egov Sia, Yabachodia and CAPO Daniel and Asulukas, their nonsense, they go take mad woman like Nigella put them for day, they runs for day. Maybe they put them for day because they know at the end of the month they go swindle some money from me. It don't set up a direct debit or standing order for maybe 100 euros or 100 US dollars for the transmit for the sorry for the be transferred from your personal bank account into a GovCD account. So that they use those kind of crazy people them, just exploit them for financial gain. Because that's what Ambazonia is all about. Now, why do I play on that video about the CDC deal? They are making their money on the backs of the gullible Anglophones them, where they get maybe genuine concerns them. Economic, social, financial problems them, issues them. They exploit them. No, don't touch that. Don't touch that. So now just some of the comments in that we'll get plenty of comments then from Boris Johnston Bank. It talks like Capo Daniel, no matter how you try to whitewash your Amba activities them and distance yourself from the Amba, you shall still go in for it. We shall never forget your terrorist atrocities. Now see, my position, it never ever change. You see, this Amba terrorism, if I go looking for Facebook, for YouTube, since the beginning, the inception and the genesis of my activism, I never ever changed my position. But now when I go change, because they want the losses, and when I need for change, or you die, just like how Nokia, you don't die for because of competition for mobile phones them. Android, you don't can kill Nokia. Yahoo, they die to the go small. Google, it don't can overtake Yahoo. When I remember back in the days, we will get Ericsson, we will make mobile phones them. Today was a day. Siemens, today was a day. When I remember BlackBerry mobile phone device, when I remember BBM, those are BBM day. You know, they WhatsApp, it don't come overtake, it kill BBM, kill BlackBerry. The company will be make BlackBerry, they call and say research in motion. Now Canadian company as well. It go bankrupt. Now so Amba day, it go must go extinct. So now why that couple and I don't see I'm saying this. So before I want totally go extinct, it want jump off the sinking ship. It want jump off. Now why that is started back now for negotiation, for autonomy or whatever way. It talk am now. My contribution. So we don't read the comments them. A few of them will get our Field Marshal Aretha or Benson Makia a day here. They said the treatment for the mental illness called Ambazonia is to succeed in this life by all costs abroad, because the illness called Ambazonia is self-destructive illness born out of failure. I want to thank all man we don't participate in one way or the other, but especially for sharing. So I want to play for now this last video of Fongum Goji Dinka, where it will explain to you now the wickedness of our own people them. And this wickedness where it will start a very long time ago. My contributor them. When I watch and when I listen, then I go end the live broadcast at the end of this video.
The Bible says those who are liars, the children of the devil, the murderer, they would not see the truth and pursue it. But where are they now? What did they bring back? Fool our people. Up to now, they're still calling around ACNC. ACNC. What are they ACNC? These are the people who created problems in 1997 Easter time. They created this terrorism in Bamenda and North Bamenda and Bui. And that terrorism, from the evidence in the court, it showed that the ACNC has been hijacked, infiltrated by Bia's agent provocateur.
My country people them. Many of una don't hear the word Ambazonia, of course. But you know who be actually come up with that name? Na the pa this way they talk on the screen. This pa, by profession, na lawyer. As a matter of fact, he be been na the first bar association president for the whole of Cameroon. This pa come out from Widikum, where he then under the Northwest region, Momo division. This pa he been a fon or traditional ruler. So now His Royal Highness Fon Fongum Goji Dinka. When I don't hear where to come off for talk, and today I will delve into a small snippet of this video where it will be posted on Facebook since October 2014, more than 10 years ago. I don't know exactly when the video will be recorded, but obviously it be before the insurrection for 2017. When I go hear his own assessment in his own words, make we listen to Fon Goji Dinka, make it explain for una in his own words decades ago about the NCNC and the lies them way the SCNC did tell the Anglophone general public. When I listen.
Yet these people in 1995, SCNC, they junketed and came across here. They are going to take independence from United Nations. I said, but these people must be joking. How do they take independence from United Nations? When they got to London, there was a rule that nobody in the delegation should see me. But then Ekotang, Elad, and Muso broke through. They said, but how? This is somebody we are used to. How can we come here? Because unfortunately, I knew where they were. I went to visit them. And I came to realize that there was a problem about me from Fossum. Ambassador Fossum, when he saw me, he said, look at the man. Look, we are hoping to help us to go to United Nations. Young man said, Fossum, what are you talking about? Shut up. Fossum immediately backed off. I realized there was something in the game. And of course, they left to the United Nations. And when they came here, to America, when they got here, boys in diaspora were asking, but where is Fondinka? Young Bang was the person that asked me to them, and I refused. It's a type of lies of character assassination they always meet on me. Young Bang said, I refused to join them, whereas he didn't want anybody. Foncha had told them that he was going to participate in this exercise, provided Fondinka has no hand in it. And they needed Foncha very badly. Can you imagine? And they made a disgrace of themselves because they come and introduce this man. This was first vice president of Cameroon, 1961. It is 1995. 35 years after that, they were now coming to complain about what he should have complained about in 1961. And now that they had sent him, misused, ill-used, and abused him totally and left him rotting in Quen, that was when it became relevant. Muna too was in the thing. But what annoys me is that they got home and were so unconscionable to fool our people that they had brought back independence. Our people went out in the street dancing, oh, independence has come, independence has come. Till daybreak. What did they bring? They brought a flag. Say this is independence. How can people be so unconscionable? Up till now, no SCNC man has apologized to our people for that. For them, they fool the people. They had collected money for this whole exercise and fooled them that they had brought independence. Where is the independence? Of course, the bubble burst before long.
What happened at the UN? Do you know?
What happened at the UN? Who did they see at the UN? They used Ambassador Fossum, who had a passport of an ambassador. Otherwise, they wouldn't have got admission anywhere. The Fossum will come and fill forms, ambassador of Cameroon. They will open. They come in, but they're now talking. They are now asking the people, asking the ambassador, want you to help get your government to back us in the fact that we want Cameroon, we want to end Cameroon occupation of southern Cameroon. Cameroon should end occupation of southern Cameroon. Say yes. Then they start trying to go into history. The ambassador, I met one of them. He told me, say, I saw your people here. I was happy when they got out of my office. How can anybody come and ask me to tell my country that they should come? My country should back southern Cameroon, breaking out of Cameroon. What, are they crazy? You see, it's because of this, their fixation. If they call Ambazonia, it means, oh, they have accepted what Dinka has said. But then they go and make a fool of themselves. Ambazonia is not Dinka. It is the name of a country. Ambazone, simple elementary geography. Geopolitics tells you that place is called Ambazonia. It's not a matter of Dinka's, a figment of Dinka's imagination.
So when I don't hear from the Pa himself, lawyer Gorgie Dinka, the father of Ambazonia, he don't explain for now what he was in 1995 as the Anglophone political elites, including John Fonja himself, S.T. Muna himself, Barrister Ekontang, Molan Jolly Tumbedem. They go for America. They go say they want to go reopen the decolonization file for Southern Cameroon. They go get bad news. What did they do? They buy flag from a gift shop for America, come back for Cameroon. They understand say we not be gullible. They understand say their own people they be stupid enough or fall for that stupid lie. So now why that way they no get no respect for the Anglophone population. They can't lie for una. They can't lie say they so United Nations they come back for can't give una independence. Una don't hear no. Because when me they talk these things them, so when I go someone when I can't talk say oh na black leg, oh Yaoundé regime they pay ye. Okay. So now when I talk to the father of Ambazonia, His Royal Highness von Fongum Gorgie Dinka, you two na paid agent from the Yaoundé regime. No, when I accuse you to say be black leg. So wait they talk now just historical fact. Say Anglophone political elites, they don't they lie too much for our own people them. And now those lies they lead to the radicalization of the Anglophone civilian population. By 2017, they carry chaka from Kraidai guns to go for bush. And directly, those lies, they get victims. I've been one of the victims because as they carry those guns to go for bush, they target the well-to-do in the communities. They can't kidnap me for ransom, just like how they kidnap other business people them. They behead human beings them. They don't commit atrocities them. They say make your territory ungovernable. The drug addiction don't go up. The teenage pregnancy, the wanton destruction of the Anglophone civilian population and the economic stagnation. All of these things they've been because of those lies where Anglophone political elites they tell the Anglophone civilian populations them decades ago. Those lies they build up. And in order for we for dismantle those lies, for bring back peace, normalcy and development for the Anglophone zone, we need for first reckon with the lies. We need to accept the truth and the reality. One will be join Cameroon. Two, those lies don't help us. And now we start to destroy our community. Nominal President Pobia buy gun give any person. Three, now we radicalize our own picking and center for bush. Four, now we get the powers for de-radicalize them, bring them out of the bush as well. Also, the radicalization, it will take decades. It not be happen overnight. And for de-radicalize the population, it not go happen overnight as well. It will take a long time. So we start now, maybe in 10 years time, we will achieve peace and normalcy in the Anglophone zone again. Make we start the hard work now.
But because they are liars, the children of the devil. The Bible says those who are liars, the children of the devil, the murderer, they would not see the truth and pursue it. But where are they now? What did they bring back? Fool our people. Up till now, they're still calling around ACNC. ACNC. What are they ACNC? These are the people who created problems in 1997 Easter tide. They created this terrorism in Bamenda and North Bamenda and Bui. And that terrorism, from the evidence in the court, it showed that the ACNC has been hijacked, infiltrated.
Remember, now the parties where it come up with the word Ambazonia for 1984. Before the majority of the Pekin, the way they did for Bush today, they carry guns, they fight. Before they burn them, this pa now the father of Ambazonia, as you know it. But many of you never hear about it because the new generation where don't come, it don't push it to the back because they want relevance. But that one a topic of discussion for another day. I want people to pay attention when he talk about 1997 terrorism in Bamenda and Bui. Wait till he talk now since where the SCNC, the radical so-called Southern Cameroonians and for SCNC, the radical Amba terrorists, people the way they work and talk with their bad belly disingenuous nature, where they talk say Pobia be declare war for them for airport for 2017. May they can't explain for we. Wait till lawyer Goji Dinka they talk about Ambazonia terrorism for 1997. The truth and the reality now say this nonsense no start now today. Of course, Pa Goji Dinka, the ideology na say President Paul Biya by the act of signing into law for 1984, that law where it changed the name of the country to the Republic of Cameroon, the argument na say na Cameroon government is secede from the union. You know they dispute the fact say Cameroon will be united now one country. Ye claim na say by the action of that law for 1984, Cameroon secede from the union. Now ye claim that. But when I go here, modern day so-called Ambazonians, they talk say they want to restore something where it no don't ever exist. You go hear someone they come up now. Why that way they talk about SCNC? They come up with an ideology, say they so like Pa Molanjoli Tumbe. They go to talk about Saint Jumba, no be married, say they no be ever unite. That is just wrong. And not only you one you get that opinion, or when 5 or when 17, even now when 2 million Anglophones that idea. So what? That's your opinion. The fact now say the whole world it recognize Cameroon as one sovereign state. Say the two territories them, one sovereign nation of the Republic of Cameroon and one trust territory, the Southern Cameroons, it be united on the 1st of October 1961 for form one country. That is a fact will be recognized by every nation in the world, by the United Nations, by the African Union, by the European Union, by every other sovereign nation in the world. So independence is about recognition, and the whole world through the International Court of Justice ruling for Bakassi Peninsula, it don't litigate this case and we don't put them to bed. Say Cameroon now one, the former British Southern Cameroons and the former French Cameroon, they unite to make one country. So any person will get any other different idea or different opinion, that's just your opinion and you get the right to your opinion. So we're not there for here today for litigate wait away Pa Goji Dinka a claim about say Cameroon government ABCC. I want to make we focus our attention now to this case of the SNC and the lies. I mean the horrible, unconscionable lies where the Anglophone political elites they decide for deliberately can mislead their own people. And that is why we get Ambazonia terrorism in the northwest and the southwest region today. And that one it concerned me because those lies they get victims. Me, I've been one of the victims. The radicalization, those lies, that guns and fall from bush, and they bring those guns them to my doorsteps. They can kidnap me from my house. So me, I've been a direct victim of the lies. So when the people them like Estimuna, with Dr. John Good Foncha and Barrister Ekontang and all of these people then for SCNC, Molanjoli Tumbe them, all those lies they told in the 1990s, they get a direct correlating effect to the fact say this shit nowhere blast they threaten my life.
Lesson number one, my country people, Dr. Weti. Listen, whether or not you accept my country people is a force to reckon with. Me, I agree. He's an enemy that is strong. So Ambazonians will thank my country people for the wonderful job. Now, we'll go ahead.
What disturbs me about the whole of this thing is that the thing went around as it has turned the SCNC into a terrorist group. They were genuine people. There are still some genuine people in SCNC, but it has been overtaken by a terrorist group. And as I remember, I was in London when Padim Bawa came to live with me. He brought me documents of internet, which were giving an account of what was happening in Bamenda. The person who was spokesman for this SCNC in America here was one Shemlon. And I said, you mean to say the people have such a network that there are people out here? Now, I have been here. I've been here a couple of times. Last time I came here, I met Shemlon for the first time. Shemlon led a delegation to come and meet me to tell me that what they agreed in Adamstown, I should ignore it. I said, but why are you addressing me away from the other people? Let us go to the meeting which people are waiting for me, and we discuss the matter there. I don't know what people did in Adamstown. I wasn't there. So we left. As we were going together, it vanished into thin air. Until we finish the meeting, up to today, the only thing I see is internet. Attack on Dinka. Attack on Dinka. That is the type of terrorist agent who claim to be the spokesman for those terrorists in Yakiri.
What are they attacking about you? What is the attack?
The attack?
Mm-hmm.
They see, they are chronic fault finders. They must find something wrong. The Dinka has done something wrong. Ambazonia is something wrong. The only person who can be attacking Ambazonia are agents of Paul Biya. Simple elementary logic. So when they keep, and if you hear them, it is part of spy. You must appear to be so, especially as young provocateur. You are supposed to operate in a way to provoke the enemy to attack you people.
Now let me ask you a question. If somebody disagrees with you, is that an attack, and does that make that person an agent of Biya?
Disagreement is a totally different thing. When you are disagreeing on a point. This man, first of all, started attacking me. He said, first, that I was one of the people who carried us into La République. Even though he knew and got to know later on that 64 is when I went back home. By that time, there was already unification in 61. Yeah? Okay. Why was he raising that? In order to discredit me. To discredit me. What did I do to him which he wanted to discredit? Next one, he said, oh, the man is in a church which is killing people and so on. Why? To discredit me. We have a message out there. Take that message and proceed with it and leave the individual. But he prefers to go for the person. In fact, that man has convinced me that our case is so solid that a top intellectual like him cannot find a place to punch it. He has to go for the person. I'm so happy for, you see, I told him when he came, when I met him, I said, I'm very happy about your activities. I said, first, there are very many things you have accused me personally. I told him in his face. I named them. But they only convinced me that an intellectual like you with a PhD has found nothing to attack in what we stand for. So you are now attacking the person. It vindicates our story. Our case is so solid that you can find nothing to attack there. For example, he is one man who keeps insisting that this thing, which Cameroon could not even touch because it is a public document, it is a judgment of the court, he has never been to a law school, says that, oh, it's invalid. Shame on. or which is the one that he has got, which is valid? Nothing. That's one thing Shemnon has done. Nothing. He's there to damage whatever Ambazonia is doing. So it is clear and easy that this man has a negative approach to this matter. That's why I call their clique saboteurs and confucionists negative clique. SCNC.
Let me ask you, let me go back to one of the things that you say he accuses you of. Is it an honest or an legitimate accusation to say that because somebody contributed to, let's use to the creation of, or contributed to the union between Southern Cameroons and La République, that person cannot see the light at some point and say this was wrong? Is it? I guess the question is it legitimate for someone to hold you for your activities now because you were part of the 1960 politics as far as joining La République?
First of all, I was never part of it.
Let's assume
why is that man not attacking Foncha? Why is Shemno not attacking Foncha? It is Dinka, a student, because I happen to have been in the United Nations, that we are suggesting that students had a better role, had a better influence on determining the course of events in our country as a student than the members of parliament and prime minister. Have you seen that type of warped thinking? That type of mind is the mind of a man who is a little bit unstable. That is a student who changed the course of history when the prime minister and the government of Cameroon is there. A student is the one who turn it around. You see how people can expose their own stupidity. All right. Even when Foncha was the one who did it, there's nothing wrong with Foncha turning around and saying, we did something wrong, which they did in 1995. Instead of you embracing these people and saying, all right, thank God you are now realized your error, we are going to work together. Now, he has never taken those people on. Dinka is his target.
What does 1608 say again?
1608 says, implement the
Okay, my country people them. So when I don't hear what the part come for talk, it talk about the fight way the SCNC people them they fight with ye because they want relevance. That has always been the sickness of the Anglophones them. This part record this video now before 2000, more than 10 years ago, and it talk about the fights the way we get them in the 90s with the people the way call them say SCNC, the lies the way that they talk about it, like the attacks the way they attack it, they were not even grounded in truth. You understand? And I was right there when I see this nonsense way Akwanga they do them today with CAPO Daniel, with Ayabacho and the rest, that's just how Anglophones are. It's been going on for generations. This part now President Paul Biya, ye age mate. You understand? I need to explain for una things the way CAPO Daniel and Akwanga they still do them today. Not a single lesson had been, not a single lesson not a single lesson has been learned. Not a single person has learned a single thing from our history. Nothing. The infighting persists, the insults, the ad hominem attacks, where they attack you, not the content of where you represent. For example, it explains how it come up with this concept of Ambazonia, and the SCNC people they come up, they fight ye for power, fight ye for relevance. Exactly what way Akwanga they do with CAPO Daniel today. And they go to the extent for they tell lies about, you know, what they call themselves saboteurs and whatever way name way they call them, saboteurs and agents, terrorists, and all of those things there. Because, for example, he explained and say, for 1959, 1960, when they discussed this thing in the United Nations and all of those things, then he became a university student for London. He never get no power or say. So now student body, they be send them for United Nations for go talk on behalf of the student union. While John Gofoncha be there for day in a capacity as the premier of Southern Cameroon. And then you get Esti Muna, parliamentarian and minister of state in the southern Cameroons. And Ndele be there for there as the opposition leader. But them where they don't go form this clique, SCNC, they come now can accuse for Ngoji Dinka say, na ye be responsible for we joining the Republic of Cameroon. Can you imagine when were the pa even come back for Cameroon from his studies from London for 1964? 3 years after the union, it don't already happen, but they can't accuse it. So they lies them, character assassination, manipulation, and just pure wickedness of Anglophones knows no bounds. Not even the older generation, the younger generation is even worse than the older generation. So the lies they don't be ever since. Character assassination ever since. If you see Anglophone man, it won't succeed, pull him down. That's why they call it PhD. Pull him down. Now the true meaning that today Anglophones they didn't succeed despite the number of PhDs, and because PhD stands for pull him down. Any Anglophone man one show head when I drag him for down. That is the job of Anglophone. So now why that I believe that video make it play that long. Maybe when I hear that part where it called them saboteurs and terrorist clique. Okay. So now all that I bring up for today, my contribute them. Thank you plenty. All my we don't listen. I hope so we not partake in the sharing as well. We will end up, we'll wrap them up now. My contribute them.
Hail, hail, hail the Kumkumasa. We the Cameroonians, we pledge our loyalty. Kumkumasa, Kumkumasa, you shall free our country from terror. And your blessing shall be like the stars above.